Good afternoon, everyone. It is Monday. It is World Poetry Day. So I want to share just a few fun poetry books that we have at the library. So, A Light in the Attic by Shel Silverstein. Shel Silverstein is one of my favorite read aloud poets. This was the very first poetry book I ever owned when I was a kid. I got it for Christmas and I was so excited because my librarian at Halls Hill Elementary School in Colchester, Connecticut, used to read this in our school library when we had library time, and I loved it, and as well as Where the Sidewalk Ends, of course. And he has lots and lots of books, Shel Silverstein. Very cool. So much fun to share stories from this, or poems from this book and all of the others. And I love to do this one with kids and have kids just randomly pick a number between the first page number, so 7, and let's see, what's the last page number? 7 and 168. So they have to pick one, and then I just read them. So I never know which poems I'm going to read, and it's just a fun way to read aloud from a poetry collection. This one is Cricket in the Thicket, and it is written by Carol Murphy and illustrated by my good friend Melissa Sweet, who is from Maine. And this is all poems about bugs. And I have had an outbreak of ladybugs in my old farmhouse. They come out every year, and the sunshine the other day over the weekend was just, they were everywhere, all over the windows. So, and I saw my first spider crawling around as I was cleaning out my garden. So really beautiful story and such fun illustrations and great poems to celebrate World Poetry Day. And there are so many poems and poetry books out there, and so many different kinds of poems. This one is Water Sings Blue by Kate Coombs and illustrated by Melo So. And it is just a beautiful story, a collection of poems about things we find in the ocean. And the illustrations are as beautiful as the pictures. Here's just a couple lines from this one. Shimmer and run, catch the sun, ripple thin, catch the wind, shift and splash, drift and dash, slow and gray, foggy day. That's from What the Waves Say. Beautiful. Okay, this is a Newbery Medal winner, Joyful Noise, Poems for Two Voices by Paul Fleshman, illustrated by Eric Beddoes. And this book I was first introduced to 30 plus years ago in my children's literature class when I was studying in college, and I loved this. And this is a poem in two voices, so it's extra special when two people read it. So one person reads and then the other, and sometimes you have to read together, and sometimes it's a couple lines and you follow along, going back and forth as you read these poems in two voices. And there are several others that are like this, and really cool. Love this Newbery award-winning book. This one is Butterfly Eyes and Other Secrets of the Meadow by Joyce Sidman and illustrated by Beth Cromes. And I love these cuts. they're like etchings, and they're just so beautifully done. This one is he trots through the meadow, gold grass in dawn sun, furred, mysterious, a word, hunting its own meaning. Who is he? Ooh, can you guess? Love it. This one is called Follow, Follow by Marilyn Singer and illustrated by, no, she did both. And it's a book of reverso poems. She has another one called Mirror, Mirror. And the coolest thing, so these poems are exactly the same words. There's 2 poems. And you read the poem down, and then the words reverse. So the lines, the first line the last line becomes the first line, and so on. It just kind of flips over, and then it takes on a totally different meaning. Really hard to do. I've never actually tried to write one myself. I like to write poetry. I don't know about you, but really cool to read. For love, give up your voice, don't think twice, on the shore, be his shadow, don't keep your home in the unruly sea, be docile, you can't catch him playing, you'll never catch me. And then, ready, reversed, you'll never catch me, catch him, you can't be docile in the unruly sea, keep your home, don't be his shadow on the shore, think twice, don't give up your voice, for love. See? Same words, just in reverse. Really cool poems to read aloud. And then this brand new book that we have in the library. This is called Legacy, Women Poets of the Harlem Renaissance by Nikki Grimes. This was a Enduring Legacy story award. And this is a collection of poems by Harlem women poets. And they're beautiful, beautiful illustrations, an amazing, amazing book. So I think we should all check out some poems, and maybe read a poem for World Poetry Day. Happy reading, Miss Amy.